Let's talk about something that's probably been bugging you forever. Why can you sing every word to that one song from middle school, but the stuff you studied last night is already slipping away like it never happened? It's frustrating, right? You're not alone. And the good news is, it's not because your brain is broken. Your memory is actually a powerhouse. It's just picky about what it holds on to. The secret to memorizing anything, and I mean anything, in just 1 week isn't some shiny, complicated trick. It's about embracing a method so straightforward it's almost annoying, but it works like nothing else. Buckle up because I'm about to lay out a no nonsense, step by step plan to make your brain a steel trap for whatever you want to learn. It's not easy, but it's worth it. First, let's get real about why you're struggling. You've probably tried all sorts of hacks to boost your memory. Maybe you watched a dozen YouTube videos promising some magical technique, or you bought into those apps that claim to rewire your brain. Spoiler alert, most of that is fluff. The reason you're forgetting what you study isn't because you're not smart enough. It's because you're not giving your brain what it needs to lock information in for good. Your brain doesn't care about your fancy highlighter collection or those color coded sticky notes. It thrives on one thing: repetition. Not the mindless zombie like kind, but deliberate, focused repetition that forces your brain to pay attention. Think about how you learned the lyrics to your favorite song. You didn't sit down and study them. You heard the song over and over, sang along in the car, maybe even belted it out in the shower. That's repetition in action, and it's why those words are carved into your brain like stone. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, repetition? That's it? Hear me out. This isn't about reading the same page 50 times until your eyes bleed. It's about a structured, aggressive approach to make sure your brain has no choice but to remember. The beauty of this method is that it works for anything: a history chapter, a new language, math formulas, even the plot of a book you need to analyze. And the best part? If you follow this plan for just 1 week, you'll see results that'll make you wonder why you ever bothered with anything else. Let's break it down day by day so you can make this happen. Day 1. Shock your brain into submission. The first day is all about laying down the law. Your brain needs to know you're serious, and that starts with intensity. Pick the material you want to memorize. Let's say it's a chapter from a textbook. Read it 4 to 6 times in one sitting. No skimming, no half hearted glances while your phone buzzes in the background. This is war. Focus like your life depends on it. Your goal is to burn the information into your mind so deeply that it feels like it's part of you. After this marathon reading session, take a short break. 10 minutes, tops. Grab some water, stretch, but don't get sucked into your phone. Here's a pro move: use technology to your advantage. If you've got a page of notes or a textbook, snap a picture and upload it to an AI tool like ChatGPT. Ask it to explain the content in the simplest way possible, like you're explaining it to a kid. This forces you to see the material from a new angle, which helps it sink in. Then, have the AI generate a list of every possible question about the text, along with the answers. This isn't just busy work, it's a cheat code to understanding the material inside and out. Finally, rewrite the key points in your own words. Don't copy and paste. Writing it out yourself forces your brain to process the information actively, which is way more effective than passively rereading. Day 2. Make it stick. Day 2 is about cementing what you started. Go back to the notes you wrote yesterday and read them 2 to 3 times. If you're feeling shaky on any part, read it more. The goal here is familiarity. You want this information to feel as comfortable as your own name. If you're studying vocabulary, for example, don't just repeat the words. Use them in sentences, say them out loud, make them real. If it's a concept, try explaining it to yourself without looking at your notes. If you can't, go back and review again. This isn't glamorous, but it's effective. If you're struggling, don't panic. It just means you need more reps. Think of it like lifting weights. You wouldn't expect to bench press 200 pounds on your first try. Your brain needs practice to get stronger at remembering. Keep at it, and don't let yourself off the hook with excuses like, I'm too tired or I don't have time. You've got time to scroll through social media for an hour, so you've got time for this. Day 3. Take a breather, maybe. Day 3 is optional, but don't use it as an excuse to slack off. If you're feeling confident that the material is starting to stick, You can skip a heavy review today. But if you're not sure, do a light revision session. Skim your notes, quiz yourself on the key points, and make sure you're not just coasting on false confidence. The worst thing you can do is assume you've got it and then realize later you've forgotten half of it. Stay disciplined. Day 4, lock it in. By day 4, it's time to go deeper. Read your notes or the material twice, once in the morning, once at night. But don't just read passively. Challenge yourself to connect the dots. If you're studying biology, for example, don't just memorize the parts of a cell. Think about how they work together, why they're important, how they relate to something else you've learned. This kind of deep thinking moves the information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory, where it'll stick around for the long haul. Ask yourself tough questions. What's the bigger picture here? How would I explain this to someone who knows nothing about it? If you can't answer, you've got more work to do. This is also a good day to revisit those AI-generated questions from day 1. Test yourself and see how many you can answer without looking. If you're missing some, don't sweat it. Just go back and review. Day 5. Audio hacks and quick review. On day 5, keep the momentum going with 1 or 2 quick review sessions. But here's where you can add a new layer. Turn your notes into an audio file. Use text-to-speech software to create a recording of the material, then listen to it whenever you can, while you're walking, eating, or even brushing your teeth. This is like marinating your brain in the information. You're not just relying on visual memory anymore. You're hitting your brain from another angle, which makes the material even stickier. Plus, it's a great way to make use of time you'd otherwise waste. Day 6. The final push. Day 6 is your moment of truth. Treat this like you're prepping for the biggest test of your life. Review your notes with laser focus, and then test yourself in a new way. Teach it. Explain the material to a friend, a family member, or even your dog. If no one's around, record yourself explaining it like you're a professor giving a lecture. If you can teach it clearly without looking at your notes, you're golden. If you're stumbling, go back and review the weak spots. This step is critical because teaching forces you to understand the material on a deeper level. Which tip was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Stay tuned.